Howdy, y'all. Jack here with
Yes.
Icteric Studios, and welcome back to another week of Outside the Hash. I have a new microphone, so I'm going to sound slightly different, and I haven't worked out all the kinks for it, so hopefully it's not sounding too bad. And I'm joined by,
Kyle,
I'm alive.
yeah, we finally
you
got
finally recovered from Ligma?
we finally got a good deal with the Necromancer, where we didn't
Ligma
have to,
3.
Ligma balls.
where we
Ligma
didn't
3
have
nuts.
to trade souls. We could just go straight out,
Yeah.
get them all the way back, you know.
Yep. I'm also really quickly announcing I'm no longer a fan of the Frisco Fighters. Not because they choked again. Honestly, I need a team to choke, right? 3 championships. I need a bad team, but it's more the fact that they, invited Baby Gronk. That's mad cringe, and I don't stand for cringe. So, effective immediately, I'm releasing them as my favorite team. San Antonio Gunslingers will effectively be taking over in the number 1 spot. Sioux Falls will move up to number 2, and the number 3 team, as of right now, will be San Diego. Unless if
Oh,
Nate
wow.
Davis leaves
We,
elsewhere.
we thought it was going to be the Rattlers.
It's conditioned based
on
on
Nate
Nate
Davis.
Davis.
So your third favorite team is Nate Davis.
Pretty much right now. Yeah,
Wherever
I had to give
he's
some
at.
respect. Give some respect to my man for having the same name. So otherwise, it probably would have been Arizona.
So he's like
So,
goated indoor
they're-
quarterback, Nate Davis.
and terrible teams. Yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of good teams.
Castronova, Nate Davis, goats, but awful teams.
No, San Diego's good though. Well, he makes them good. He makes them good.
They're above
actually,
average, but they become great because of it.
Yeah, he keeps them in the game. Well, actually, their defense is pretty good too. They had like 23 picks this year.
Certainly better than San Antonio's defense. Yeah.
San Antonio defense was so bad. Sam Castronova was keeping them in the games.
If Castronova was hurt for the whole year, they would have won 3 games. They'd be in the cellar. So I just had to get that out there. Frisco, go screw yourselves. All due respect.
When they showed Baby Gronk is when everything fell apart too. I have it in the highlights to denote the.
I'm not even surprised. They lost because of Baby Gronk, and because every time they go 13-3 and lose in the first round.
No, actually, no, they were 3-0 in the first round. They were 0-3 in the second with their playoff record.
I don't know why I always thought they're losing just outright like the Cowboys.
It's because they were up. I mean, it's not like they were up. They always lose it like the favorite.
Yeah.
Dallas football moment.
True.
Literally.
It can't be CC. I would like to redact or refresh my statement about that. See, Arlington couldn't have been part of that because you need to be good to be able to choke, and they were never good.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough. They weren't good, but they were good enough to get in.
Yeah.
And got good when it mattered.
Because you got Luis Perez, the outdoor spring football go. Even though his stats aren't really goaty, like his stats in Birmingham were not great.
His stats this year were fine. He was not the problem. He's never the problem. He's my Pookie Bear.
Bob Stoops is the problem. No.
Hey! We drafted his son. Okay. But,
all right, you guys ready to kick it off into the Canadian Football League?
Sure. Yep. I can go first. I just need to look at.
I have 2.
You go first because I need to pull up the website. So.
All right, perfect. All right, sweet. So first up, I had the Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Edmonton Eskimos. Following their last matchup, the Hamilton Tiger Cats won again. Edmonton Elks stay winless. Hamilton improved to 2-5, only being able to beat the worst team in the league. This game, more or less, more or less a blowout. Hamilton gave up about 20 points in the fourth, but 20 of the 28 the Elks scored. But other than that, great game by Hamilton. Looking at the stats, nothing really surprising at a first or at a glance. Wouldn't really say there's anything major in a sense that would make it look like Hamilton was improving on, because once again they're playing the worst team. The fourth quarter is kind of evident of the Hamilton Tiger Cats struggles this season. Then there's one other thing I was looking at. Net offense, they did really well. 7.1 yards net per play for the Tiger Cats to 4.2 for the Elks. And yeah, really not much else to talk about with that game. Moving on, Calgary Stampede took on the Ottawa Red Blacks at the Red Blacks. Toronto Red Blacks are playing really well right now. They improved to 5-2
The Ottawa
after
Red
this
Blacks,
game.
not Toronto.
Fuck. Ottawa Red Blacks. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. That's disgusting.
I think they're in the same province, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. This game. Let me find the net average. So similar to the last game, in terms of net offense for both teams, about 4.4 for the Stampeders, about 7.2 for the Red Blacks. So Red Blacks had a very good game once again. Calgary is about middle of the line, so that's a pretty good performance for the Red Blacks. Nothing else too impressive that I noticed. Just glancing at the stats, might be something else, just nothing incredibly apparent to me. And yeah, that sums up that game. So my last game is.
I literally had no. My teams suck in this league, really bad. They suck major balls.
Yeah, so
multiple games.
You break it up, Nate.
The other two, Winnipeg and Edmonton, blow. Okay.
I would also like to add to that. I thought my teams were going to be really bad this season, seeing how they did last year, and Ottawa really turned it around. And Saskatchewan, but they lost today. So
I feel
lost this week.
I feel pretty good about my three teams.
I'm confident at least 1.5 of mine.
All right.
None of my teams are winning. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. So.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't have any games this week. All right. I'll pull up my highlights. Are you guys on to my video? On my stream? Okay.
How do you? What's the shortcut for refreshing in Discord?
Control-Shift-R probably.
I might try to refresh. Control-Shift-R.
Good run.
So yeah, Saskatchewan would come out to an early lead here, but then in the second half, Montreal would make a quarterback change, and then things would turn around. So
that'll do it.
Yeah. So they'd work their way into the lead in the third and come away with a 20-16 victory by Alexander. Yeah. And Winnipeg, Toronto. This is a very low-scoring game with 6-6 in the fourth, and then this.
Oh my gosh, Winnipeg, you were
6-6 would happen. So Winnipeg would come back with a touchdown of their own eventually, but almost blew it there. He made kind of a circuit catch. In overtime, they would shank their field goal attempt, so they would only get 1 point. So Toronto, all they have to do is make a field goal of their own for the win, which they would do. So 16-14 Argonauts. So
I feel like it's pretty bad that game went to overtime, but I mean, still a decent win for them.
Toronto is still on their backup quarterback.
Okay. I guess that makes more sense then.
Yeah. So Montreal's still your 1 in the East, and BC is your 1 in the 2, though it's tied with Saskatchewan in points. So good week for Kyle Pick'em, bad week for everybody else Pick'em. In my game, Montreal, Saskatchewan, Jay Patterson was the leading passer because Montreal split at quarterback. Hickman was your leading runner. Titans will your leading receiver. In the other game, Winnipeg led all the stat categories, but not the score. So Lamau. So we have this week's pick: BC versus Winnipeg. I'm gonna go BC.
Yeah, give me BC.
There you go. Let me pull up your stream again. Yeah, that didn't seem to help much. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, easy pick, BC.
BC. All right, I'm gonna go Montreal.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be stupid to not take Montreal.
Is Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah, give me Saskatchewan.
It's safe to pick against my teams, guys. It's my team. I have Calgary. Pick against them. My team sucks.
Yeah. I feel like it's a closer match.
I think Calgary.
Give me Calgary on this one. Give me Calgary. Just because the backup with Toronto. It just they might not play well. They could, they might not.
Kyle's trying to pick up the one game there.
Yep.
So. I'm cooked.
And our passing leaders: Vernon Adams, Bolevy Mitchell, Drew Brown. So we have a new number 3. Oliveira, Kadeem Carey, Dietrich Mills, Innes, Philpott, Holland. And if the postseason started today. All right, so we can hop over to the ELF.
All right. So first up, I had a little bit of consistency, so this score might be wrong. But what I saw was Stuttgart nice to Barcelona 7.
But also might have been 71-7.
Yeah, it might have also been 71-7.
I
saw 2 different scores. Based on what's on this page right now, it looks correct. But it could be +2 if there was something else that isn't reported correctly. Looking at this game, it was a blowout, as more or less expected, with Stuttgart playing Barcelona. Hennessy was 9 for 16 for 101 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Heydrich was 8 for 12 for 67 yards and 1 touchdown. Kind of low passing yards for a 69-point game, but they made it up in the on the ground game, and I also feel like their defense gave them a lot of good positions. 9 attempts for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns is pretty good, to say the least. Stuttgart took a very early lead and just kind of held on to it. They did give up points in the second quarter, which is sad, but it happens. Yeah, embarrassing, but it happens. In terms of, I think the most surprising thing in this was time of possession was about equal, only differing by 28 seconds. So, and then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially also considering Barcelona had 39 pass attempts. So they were at least moving the ball. They had 18 first downs, but they were probably moving a lot slower. Moving on, the Paris Musketeers took on the Rheinfire. Rheinfire won 38-6. This game was almost a shutout, with Paris scoring in the fourth quarter, making getting a touchdown and missing a PAT, as well as missing a field goal. What else here? So this shows a little bit more of that difference. So Paris only having 12 first downs to the Rheinfire's 20. Once again, though, time of possession about equal, even being leaning towards Paris with just over 30 minutes, difference of 22 seconds. Then, yeah, other than that, it's a pretty balanced game. Good game for the Rhine Fire. Clark, 22 for 28 for 287 yards and 4 touchdowns. Absolutely cooked them. And yeah, that sums up that game. Finally, we have the Mercenaries take on the Raiders. Once again, the Mercenaries fall short, not being able to win. This one was... Mercenaries got a pretty... We're playing pretty competitive in the first half. Ended up not really playing in the second, only scoring a field goal. And while the Raiders were able to score and just increase their lead to 42 with a touchdown in the third and touchdown in the fourth. Clayton for the Mercenaries was 15 for 24, so just over 50% for 252 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. To the Raiders and Perry, 17 for 23 for 196, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. So all things considered, they had similar performances on passing. Rushing is where these two teams really differed, with leading rushers. Well, most of the Raiders' touchdowns just being on the ground. 4 touchdowns to 1 for the Mercenaries. And that sums up my games.
Yogi.
Kadoke, I'm lagging like crazy, so just let me know if I'm being choppy. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now. So being mad cringe though.
Womp.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that killed you.
Fine.
Do you want me to bring it up on my stream? And then you can just
Yeah.
Okay. I'll also give you a smiley face. European League of Football. I understand.
This is really annoying.
Man. Okay. So
the
Seaman. That your only game this week?
That's the only one, yeah, because Kyle had.
Because Barcelona and Paris lost.
And he had the surge. Yeah. So the Seamen shockingly scored 30 points. It might be an all-time record for them, considering how Mickey Mouse they are. They don't belong in this league, but the fact that the Ravens allowed them to score 30 points just shows how poverty they are as a franchise.
They were just birthed.
Of course, they did drop 69, so so that's kind of nice.
You think that's because Michael Sam's on their coaching staff?
Yeah, probably. Have to imagine. I have a lot of things I'd love to say there, but I'm not going to. Yeah, clearly it's an offensive game. No defense played. 540 yards compared to the Milano's 336. A lot of passing for the Ravens, whereas the Seamen kind of a bit more balanced. 160 rushing yards is a decent amount. So on 24 attempts, so not bad. But 10 for 10 in the red zone. My goodness. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse organization over here. I think that's probably the worst I've ever seen it since Josh Allen was perfect against the Patriots in that one game.
On the bright side for the Ravens defense means, or for the Seaman defense means, though, they didn't give up big plays. You know? If they had 10 red zone appearances, it means
that is true. It just means they can't play defense to save their lives, but they weren't allowing 4 verts like in NCAA 25.
Bend but don't break, but then break.
Yeah.
Yes,
they bend but break.
But bend but break. Yes. So 5 interceptions also kind of hurts, considering you're down to 39 points.
Yeah.
So that hurt them, but they did get 2 interceptions. I guess it wasn't perfect
You know,
like Josh Allen against the Patriots.
He gave up 5 interceptions because his last name is all capitalized.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Can't be doing that. But yeah, that pretty much summarizes that game. So the Seamen suck. More of the story.
Yeah. All right, we go over to my 2 games. So the first up, we got Frankfurt versus Hamburg. So it'd be 3-3 early in the second before Hamburg would come together on this play to take a 10-3 lead. But Frankfurt would eventually respond before halftime with this run to tie things up, and then they would get the ball back quickly and punch it in on the quarterback sneak to take the lead going into half. Continue to be back and forth, but here on a kind of a tip drill play, they would expand their lead, and then they would finally put the dagger in the game here with this pick six with just over 2 minutes left. All right, so 39-23 Frankfurt. In the other game, we have Prague versus Vienna. So, as kind of expected, Vienna would come out, take the lead.
Lose.
However, Prague would forget that they were Prague, and Anthony Perkins would get 6 points here. They'd miss the extra point. But on defense, they still wouldn't remember that they were Prague, and they would get this pick off of Ben Holmes. So, this is a big play. He eventually gets tackled. They only get 3 out of this, so they do have a lead. And then they remember that the Prague Lions. And and Vienna would just tack on a couple of scores here quick.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and they would go on to win 62-23.
I guess my question here is, do we think Prague will get a win by the end of the season?
I'd have to look at their schedule, but probably not.
Catholic?
If they play Barcelona, I think they have a chance.
I was gonna say it's the Pope Catholic.
They got smoked by the Enthroners, and the Enthroners aren't good. So,
is the Pope Catholic?
Answer the question, Kyle. Is the Pope Catholic?
Sometimes I don't know.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. So Stuttgart is still leading the Central. Vienna is leading the East, and the Fire are leading the West.
Oh, then we all had perfect weeks.
Yeah, it was an easy pick'em week. That was like this league is not balanced at all.
It's the easiest pick'em because I'm 65-9. I still don't have 10 losses.
I mean, outside of the Arena League, is probably the easiest one, but that also had a really small team size.
Yeah.
So Frankfurt was leading all the passing category, all the categories, and then Vienna led all the categories in my game, which kind of expected. Around the league, we had the Panthers kick the crap out of the Enthroners 62-12, and the Madrid Bravo shut out the Cologne Centurion 37-0. So, just want to point out that my Prague Lions still haven't been shut out, so that's about the only good thing they have going for their team. Yeah, Vienna.
Vikings are gonna absolutely
give me Vikings.
Yeah. Madrid.
Madrid.
I'll go Madrid. Stuttgart.
Give me Stuttgart.
Yeah, Stuttgart.
I actually might go Stuttgart by 60.
I gotta rep with my boys.
Yeah, I have to reference real quick. Frankfurt 3-5.
Can I look at the standings?
Yep.
They're literally almost dead even.
I'll go Frankfurt.
Give me home team. Give me Cologne.
Cologne and then Frankfurt. I guess I'll go Paris. But Berlin could win that theoretically.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty.
It could. But I'm gonna quote Kanye.
I guess we'll never know. Give me Paris.
Who's in Paris? Give me Paris.
It was the Rhine. It was the Rhine Fire. It was the Franco-Prussian War this past week. So.
Well, wasn't that at the Rhine Fire? To be fair, not like it would.
I don't know.
The fire.
I think it was, but it's funnier. If you put an X next to my name, that is funny. Thinking I would take the Prague Lions because give me Munich Ravens after what just happened.
Yeah, because the German wants to invade Czechoslovakia. I get it.
878 is freaking crazy.
Yeah, so we all went.
Imagine having a 79 win percentage and being down 6 games.
It's basically 0.8. It's essentially just 0.8.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, so 80% and still in third by multiple games.
By 6 games.
Yeah, by a substantial margin.
Crazy. It's crazy.
So Sullivan's your leading passer, Tunga's your leading rusher, and Horn is your leading receiver. And that's what your postseason looks like right now. Still can fluctuate because not all the teams have played the same amount of games. So we can head over to the indoor football league. Yeah. So,
I don't have to cover team.
Kyle's.
It's not going to be me. It's not going to be me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
It's never mind. It's the postseason, so I have all the games.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so we have the IFL here, the postseason. So round 1 matchup, 2 versus 3, Frisco versus Massachusetts. So Frisco would take a lead here in the first. There were some streaming problems, so not all of these look great. So this is the moment everything collapsed when Baby Gronk showed up in the game. So Massachusetts would come out and score first in the second half, and here they would pull within 1 score with 10 minutes left.
36 to what the heck?
And then
Frisco?
here with 3 minutes left, they would tie things up, kick the extra point to take the lead, and then a deuce to take a 3-point lead. So they win 53 to 50. Frisco choking the playoffs as usual. The next up we have Quad City at Green Bay. So here's Green Bay's first score of the day with E.J. Burgess just kind of being a man amongst children.
That was really good. Yep.
So here he is again. So Quad City would bring it back to a 3-point game here late in the fourth. So a low-scoring game. Green Bay had a really good defense. But Green Bay would take it away here. Just shove a dagger in it here with just under 2 minutes left. So,
remember when we said Quad Cities didn't deserve it? But
I mean, it still should. So here's This would be a back and forth game here. So here's the obligatory kick return of the week.
I can't lie, that field is sick.
Yeah,
it's almost like they have NHL owning team money.
You're not wrong, but it's still sick.
Yeah, so
it's the black turf is just really
Arizona
nice.
Would take it into a 1-score game here, and then with no time remaining, the last play of the game, Dalton Sneed would run basically the same play their last touchdown and score for the win. So Arizona gets the upset.
That's hilarious.
So here we have Bay Area versus San Diego. Bay Area. So it'd be a back and forth game. It's pretty much at score. Here's at the end of the first half. San Diego would get 3 points to take 24-28 at half, and they would get the ball at half. And here they would take the lead because they had the ball first. They'd then get a stop and then go up and score again. So that gets them in. I believe it was an 8-point lead at that point. Here with 6 minutes left to play, Bay Area would bring the game within 2, but they would never get closer than that. So San Diego won 49-40.
Nice to see San Diego was able to pull it off and finally beat them.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. What? Yeah.
The one time it mattered.
Oh my gosh. That's okay.
So standing don't really matter. So Myler with your leading passer, Burgess your leading runner, Moore your leading receiver, Benefield, Robinson, Tears, Sneed, Johnson, Miles, and Davis, Neal, Kress.
Let's go, my boy Nate Davis.
So the league has basically continued to be really good close games.
Yeah.
So
that's a good postseason.
Yeah,
week 1 or first round.
Massachusetts is at Green Bay here in the second round, and then San Diego will visit Arizona. Nice. So here is my bracket. Looking pretty good.
We don't need to see any of the other ones. We don't need to see any of the other ones.
Brackets.
Hey, Kyle, you have no excuses. I literally just picked.
Hey, I can still get either way.
Busy.
I've secured second. You know, if Green Bay wins in the second round, I get second alone.
Yeah.
If they lose, we tie for second.
Yep.
For the playoff bracket, but not overall.
Yeah. Well, you guys did tie for overall.
That's my point. Yeah.
So you can tie again.
Oh god.
Kyle, let's just tie for the tie. For
me. Yeah, just tell Green Bay to tank it.
The tiebreaker will be total wins then, and then I win.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. That's my boy, Castronova.
Yeah, he was so good. I'm really interested to see who ends up winning MVP because of how they.
He won. What was he? 2 touchdowns short. What was the record? 77.
79.
79. He was 4 short.
Yeah.
It's
also by Nate Davis.
It cheeks too.
Yeah, he missed. It's going to be between Castronova and Jerome Johnson. So it really comes down to how they want to go.
Castronova better win it. I'm sorry. I stand
Johnson
corrected.
did lead.
7 touchdowns is nuts. I don't know. 75 touchdowns on that team is crazy. It's got to go Sam.
Yeah, I think he might get it because he got the team to 8-8. If they had a losing record, I think he might have only won Offensive Player of the Year. Since he got the winning record, 500, I think they can justify giving him MVP.
Bet.
All right. So next up, we have the Arena League, which also you guys don't have because all you guys suck at choosing teams.
No, we don't suck. We pick perfect.
Hey, I don't suck. I have 3 championships and 10 teams in dead last.
Hey, not in this league. Anyway, not in this league.
Here we have the Woo versus Duluth. So Duluth would get the scoring started here in the first. This league does not have good camera angles. Iowa would tie things up at 7, though, with this actually kind of really good catch against the wall. But then Duluth would take this broken play to the house here with a run. They would then score again real quick. This is just schoolyard football. Just wait for you guys to get open. And then they get a defensive touchdown on Iowa's ineptitude, and then they would cruise from there, 45-21. Over in the other game, yes, you are seeing this correctly. This is indoor football, outdoor.
I saw an article about this. I was like, bro.
So,
I don't hate
it. Would start with a score. Then they get this pick 6. They would then get the ball back quickly and find another. Well, the Goats are basically the Iowa Rampage. So they win 61-28. So,
yeah, but we're used to playing indoors, and you guys were like, no, we're scared of the Lunkers. We have to play outside.
Yeah, we are scared. I think it's because their stadium is being used for something.
Yeah.
I don't hate the outdoor game for it. It's kind of fun.
Actually, it might be because their floor is still broken. Because they had to play one game in a different place.
It totally defeats the purpose of being an indoor. Yeah, I don't know.
If the weather's nice, it doesn't really matter.
Kansas City.
My thought is it used to be indoor because football used to be played outdoors, and now the professional level doesn't really do that. So now it's just kind of weird because now regular football is indoor football,
which is dumb.
Yeah,
makes a lot of Buffalo.
Yeah. So next we have Major League Rugby, which is also in the postseason. So I have all this stuff, but I can show off the stats real quick for the. Well, actually, didn't even post the stats, so I have no stats. We have to do a bracket, though.
You highlighted the Lunkers on accident there, by the way.
Where? Oh,
on
the winning. Okay.
Yeah.
I think because I had just copy pasted from this box.
Yeah, makes sense.
To make that box.
Yep.
So I was playing Kansas City. Ozarks are playing Duluth.
Kansas City wins the championship, so just lock me in right now.
All right, I'll lock you in there. With the bold and the bold. I'm also going to think Kansas City wins the championship.
I'm going to say 70
Go to
to
Duluth,
45.
Who are they playing?
Yes. I'll rep with my boys, but it's probably the wrong pick.
Going Lunkers. Okay.
I'll go Lunkers. Why the heck not?
Good logo, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm up.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Kyle.
Give me the woo.
Gosh. If you want to be wrong in every pick, you take the Lunkers.
Yeah, give me Lunkers. Or no. Give me Duluth. Give me Duluth. It'll be funny. Yeah, give me Duluth.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give them both woo.
All right, then give me.
Go woo. Go woo.
Give me 54-21 Duluth.
Boo. Should have committed to the bit.
Oh no, I'm picking the right one. What do you mean?
You're picking the furries over freaking Kansas City's
go.
furries. It dropped 90 on you guys at one point.
They're gonna do it again. Don't worry.
30.
Okay.
Now they're gonna break the century mark this time.
That would be awesome. Okay.
So that's how the pick and bracket ended.
I
guess we actually have lower percentages than the Europe League. So actually we are the best the Euro League, which is bonkers.
It's because there's like no games in this league.
Yeah, it's because we had that 1 week of upsets.
Yep.
Well,
if anything, that's a testament to our picking in the FO.
Yeah. So I think we are better.
Because we've picked over 75 games in that league. And to be all of us be at 80% is absolutely nuts.
To be fair, there's almost no parity in that league.
Yeah.
There is parity for the really bad and the really good.
There's like 3 tiers.
It's not really parity. No good team can lose to a bad team.
It's parity, but amongst their social groups.
So we're putting them in caste systems now.
Yeah, exactly. If you're really bad, there's parity with the other really bad.
Whoa.
Other 2 teams.
Prague got their ass kicked by the Enthroners.
Based. Okay.
The Enthroners are bad.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I was just using my 2 teams as a reference because they suck against everybody, but they keep it close while sucking. Against the sucky teams, anyway.
And then the Paris is like the tier below the really, really good tier.
Yeah.
All right, on to Major League Rugby for the conference semifinals. So here is New England, Chicago. The highlights came from their Twitter, so they're in phone orientation, which sucks, but
nice.
Here's New England.
I would like to thank. I'd like to thank Chicago for letting one of my teams advance to the finals. We can get this repeat.
Did I take New England or Chicago? I remember picking.
You took New England. Yeah, you took New England.
I know I had him losing to Houston, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's Chicago doing a rolling scrum to get in to make the score a little bit respectable at 10-16. They'd even take a lead here late in the second. But then they would just give it up with 10 minutes left.
Wow, this New England team is so mid.
Yeah, so mid.
Well, the championship is a mid bowl.
That's
2 teams
that
play each other.
It's both of my teams.
Yeah.
It is both of my teams. It is the mid bowl.
I wasn't even paying it. That's how out of it I am right
now. Yeah. So Dallas would blow it. They had a big lead too.
I hate my life.
13-7 here. They are driving again.
My life is pain. It's okay. I gotta let Kyle win something.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, I will win something finally. Guaranteed 100%.
Yeah, he won.
And I can no longer say my teams are 100% in the finals.
Yeah. Well, they already weren't.
Yeah,
already
I mean,
won.
I had never made the finals, so I was 100%.
But you're finally winning something after a year and a half.
I'm 500 in the finals.
Actually crazy.
Well, no,
actually,
in the first league we do, didn't you get your ass kicked in the finals? In the here's Dallas in the lead here with 2 minutes left to play in the game, and they would let just a guy get right through their defense.
I hate my life. I might even drop Dallas after this embarrassing moment. I might get rid of them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, LFA. I had the Raptors in. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm still below 500, but I'm making an improvement. I have a win.
Yeah, you'll have a win. So here's how our scoring: Reese McDaniel for Fort Riz, Reese McDonald, Ito, Russo, Fulu in the West. So yeah,
Dallas, Chicago. What a.
I'm so ready for mid bowl.
Not great brackets.
Dallas, Chicago would have fed families. I'm just saying, it would have fed families.
I was going to pick this matchup, but I didn't think either team was consistent enough. And seeing this now after those scores, I feel like I was justified in my decision. But I picked the wrong way on both of them.
Yeah. So yeah.
My bracket's all right.
Feels good.
So
as long as I get one team in the finals, I'm fine, which I did. So Jackson and I are. So we're still doing
we're tied, and it'll be final score even though we don't have the right winners.
Yeah.
So you're cheering for a high scoring game, and I'm cheering for a low scoring game.
It's probably gonna be the low scoring.
Because Nate went one more point.
What's the split?
Another
what's the
league
split?
where I'm 30, not in last.
32, right?
Yeah. So he did 28-15 and I did 27-15. So
I prices rated him.
Yeah. So I'm cheering for low score and he's cheering for low score.
Yeah, 32 and a half. 32 and a half is the line.
All right. So we're into the Australian Football League where we finally have other kind of coverage.
All right. So first up, we have the Fremantle Dockers taking on the West Coast Eagles. Once again, a much-needed win as the season is coming to a close here in the next few weeks for the Fremantle Dockers, solidifying a spot in that top 8 currently. 110 to 75 finish is always good. A little bit shaky in the first 2.5, but we're able to take the lead and kind of run away with it going into the fourth. So not really much to say about this game. And then finally, Adelaide Crows took on the Hawks. Adelaide Crows are basically eliminated at this point, losing to the Hawks by a lot, 128 to 58.
My gosh.
The Crows had a really bad second quarter, only scoring what is that? 6 points.
Well, your
but then again,
only scored 2 in the third.
Yeah. Well, I was also going to say in the second quarter, Hawks didn't really do all too much either. Outscoring them just by not really that much to be significant. But the third quarter was an absolute blowout, leaving the Crows in the dust.
Yeah.
So that's that game, and then that sums up my games for this week.
All right, Jackson, you might do the same thing.
Thank you. The Australia. I don't want to play on my video. So AFL. I want a fixture. I want to go back.
My Carlton Blues are 4th now. Tragic.
Okay. So
okay. Well,
yep.
The Blues are the Giants.
Oh, and the Giants. Yes. Okay. And then well, do you want stats or timeline? Timeline probably. Player stats or team stats. Right?
I've done team stats personally.
Okay.
So my Blues suck. Big surprise. They are named after a crap hockey team after all, even though they probably existed for
They probably
75
existed
plus
way years before.
Um, but looks like it's slow down there a bit. One key stat here is they were a lot less efficient inside the 50, well below average to 42.2. So you could keep scrolling down. I don't really care about these stats as much. Possession, they were doing okay with the ball. They just didn't maintain possession all that much. They weren't really turning it over, but lost the possession battle by quite a bit.
Especially in the last 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, that's really when you're trying to come back, that's not helping your case for sure. So less marks inside the 50, so that also didn't help their cause. So 9 goals to 11. They led most of the game, interestingly enough, and 31 points is borderline enough. Falcon's gonna Falcon for sure, but it was early enough that probably not worth it. So, yeah, so they weren't even tackling all that much, despite the fact that they didn't have the balls long. So, just not a great game for my Blues. So you could go over to the Giants, in which they beat the Melbourne Demons. Let's go, baby. 13 goals, only 7 behinds, but it was just enough to squeak by a 2-point victory. Had plenty more disposals. You can scroll down. A few more handballs, more inside the 50. They were not efficient either, but it helped that the Demons were equally as bad. Those are both really bad numbers.
Yeah.
Under 40% is pretty bad for just about any team. So, but they were more efficient with disposals at least. So, you can just scroll down. Like I said, not as big fans of those stats. Close and contested possessions. They won the uncontested possession battle, so hence they had the ball more there. It was pretty split in the last 10 minutes. Not really surprising considering the score is pretty competitive. Overall, it just seems like this is overall a pretty close game. Just to look at stats, it just really came down to that extra goal. And it looked like the Demons led most of this game, interestingly enough. So actually, okay, looking at that though, Giants almost were fastest going to Falcon. That would have warranted it because 27 points with not a lot of time left. I guess actually I'm reading that the wrong way, I think, right? Wait. So if it says 7, is that time left?
I think that's probably time left, would be my guess. Actually,
so
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so if that's time left, that's crazy. Yeah, I guess you could look at the timeline for that because I am curious.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so it's time left. Yeah, holy crap. That would have been an epic meltdown. So I don't know what happened there at the end, but the Giants held on, got the dub, and they're hanging afloat in the top 8 with the Blues, unlike my Roos, who got their butts kicked yet again. So, which we'll find out in a minute.
Yep. All right. So on to the Australian Football League. Here, Collingwood would strike first, but Richmond would respond not long after. Here is, I guess, Collingwood scoring again, but after that, this would be, Collingwood would roll from there basically. This game is the one that's a blowout in the other direction. So here is Western just kicking the shit out of Sydney Swans. Just goal after goal after goal.
Wow. Once again, I don't understand the Bulldogs.
Yep. So
I somehow got this game. I don't know how.
Yeah. So 48-87. Swans only scored 1 in the first.
I thought it was going to be a lot closer than this. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, so did I. But they had the game to lose, so
1-1 is hilarious. I know it's just behind, but it's still funny to me.
Yeah, so that was a good distance kick. So North Melbourne would keep it close. They'd even take the lead here in the second quarter. But after that, it'd be all Geelong. So
shocker.
Scored. Here's their score to break the century
Gosh.
mark, the 106.66.
Oh my gosh.
So
It's embarrassing.
So your top 8, Sydney's still at the top. Brisbane have made their way all the way to second now. Remember when they were like 0-4?
Heck, Blues. Oh. Yeah. Wow, that's really close though.
Yeah, but from here to here is basically all really close. Well, I guess then you can count the 9s too.
Magpies falling behind again.
Then the Magpies fell off again. They
chat are
they're basically playing as bad as Sydney right now, except they didn't have like a 10-game lead.
That's crazy.
So around the league, the Brisbane Lions beat the Suns 93-55, and the Saints beat the Bombers 108-55.
Oof, I think I'm last in this league now. That's okay though. Okay.
I just had a really good week in this league.
You did.
You did.
My pick is yes.
Western, I guess.
My pick is whoever wins.
Yeah, Demons are spiraling, so I feel like I have to go Bulldogs here. Demons are almost on the line to not make it, right?
Yes, here.
I'll go Bulldogs, I guess.
Bulldogs.
I'll go Suns. I think.
The Eagles.
Suns
are here. Eagles are here. I guess a 6-game difference, but Suns. It's not a very.
Yeah, give me Suns. Yeah, I'm feeling Suns on that one.
Tigers.
Tigers have been playing well, so yeah, I gotta go. I feel like I gotta go Tigers here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're like the 2 bottom teams, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been playing a little bit better, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, fact,
but I could be wrong.
Just gave up 100 points again.
Classic.
Yeah, but Tigers only gave up 93.
Respect.
I feel like I have to go Cats on this one.
I'm just gonna stick with my kitty cat here. You know.
Not to, you think
Carlton's probably gonna beat the Magpies.
No,
yeah, give me Carlton.
Yeah, but
do you think Magpies are gonna
right now too? You know.
Yeah, Magpies are bordering not gonna make it right now.
Well, so are the Blues at this rate, but I'll go.
Yeah,
Blues,
true.
You guys are feeling that good about them. I'll go Swans.
To be fair, that the bottom 4 spots are really blown open right. Oh, even more. Sorry, bottom 5 spots feel really close.
You could really argue Brisbane and Fremantle, the Dockers are.
You could really 36 up is all. But
yeah,
it's really only Sydney is the only one that.
I mean, what we have 4 more weeks,
4
right?
The last 5.
We have 4 more weeks, right?
That's insane that they're still safe despite losing 4 or 5. That's
4 more weeks.
4 more weeks. So I think the top 3 are. I think anyone over 50 points is almost guaranteed in right now.
Yeah, but I think there could still be a lot of shuffling because they.
Yeah, there can be a lot of shuffling.
I guess I forgot. It's based off points. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one. Hard.
I'll go Sydney.
Give me Swans. Give me Swans.
I'm going Giants by 50.
Yeah, Giants. That being said, Hawks have been playing really well. Give me Dockers.
I'll go yes. I guess Dockers.
Tie? You want tie? You want tie?
No.
Give me the Saints on this one.
Screw it, we ball. I'll go Saints, my new 3rd favorite team soon.
Yeah, Kyle had a good week, so he's within 2 now.
Don't worry, it's going to go to 3 this week.
There's your stat leaders. What?
I need to try to gain 1 on Kyle, so switch my last pick.
Back to Brisbane.
Until I'm cooked.
Stat leaders. Marshall, your fantasy leader. Kern Rowe, your gold leader. Roll, your tackle leader.
Kern Rowe's my boy. He's been sitting up there all year.
Yeah, and Zary over here in tackles for North Melbourne.
And Jesse Hogan. Look at all my players representing. Yes, sir. Greater Western Sydney. My boys are cooking up there.
And that's what the postseason looks like right now.
Ah, yes. The hellacious playoff.
Easy to follow postseason bracket here, you know.
Exactly.
All right, so I guess I have moving money with Jackson. So when we go over, I need to log in. So let me pull that off the screen for a second so I can log in. Alright. We've been on a really bad run, but I still got 3 weeks of bets, so I think I was gonna do CFL from when I was looking at this earlier. Where is football? Football. CFL. Yes, I wanted to take the Argonauts here. Argonauts versus Stampeders is my bet for the week. So
Easy money, guaranteed.
easy money. That's what I've been seeking for like the last 6 weeks, Nate, and they've all lost.
No, here's the one thing you're a fan to take into consideration. Calgary's my team.
Ah, yes.
And we all
To
know.
be fair, I would have won.
We all know your teams lose. Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
I would have won if my head coach didn't have the balls to bench his backup quarterback to go to the third string quarterback to come back and beat Saskatchewan this week.
Wait, which game did you take again?
I had Saskatchewan over Montreal last week.
Okay. Yeah.
Which didn't work out because
yeah, I feel like that one was a hard one to pick, but
well, I was right not to trust Caleb.
Writing off, we were both writing off of trusting Saskatchewan finally.
No, I was right in not trusting Caleb Evans because he was absolute dog shit. It was the fact that we switched to the third string quarterback that won that game for Montreal. Let me pull up the stats. I will prove it to you. Slayer stats. Montreal. See, this is who we started. 9-17.
9.9 average.
Then we put in the backup or the third string, and he fucking balled out.
What is that? 15 for 18?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. Absolutely cooked us.
That's based.
Oh.
So.
15. Well,
Montreal's coach is playing a lot of NCAA 25 right now. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I need that on PC already.
Seriously.
No, thanks, man. I'll just stick to NCAA 11 on the PS2. That's the best college football game.
That's it. We need to pick up another year of our Illini run. We need to.
Yeah, to say.
We should do it once this is done because Kyle can actually witness.
Illini win something.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we can do.
I can win the Illini book. Like the trailers.
Yeah.
Those trailers. Bro, I don't get NCAA and like. Sorry, I don't mean to keep us distracted, but it's technically on topic. I guess.
It's tangential,
NCAA
but it counts.
Was beat writing U of I because I saw a post like someone was doing I saw a short on YouTube, and I was looking through the scores on the bottom, and Illinois beat Michigan 49-10, and I was like,
I mean that is possible this year.
Yeah, right.
Michigan has no one from last season.
Michigan is at least.
We actually have the 2 highest rated defensive tackles in the country still.
It's still.
Okay. So 40 is a little high, but the 10 offense makes sense, you know.
I'm just saying, until Illinois beats an SEC team for the first time ever, they'll never beat Michigan in their lifetime.
Yeah, but Kyle, if one of your quarterbacks scores, can you have an orgy in the end zone?
I'm just embracing reality that Illinois blows. It hurts, but it's just facts.
It hurts, but true.
So, okay. I have nothing else.
Yeah, I have nothing else either.
Yeah,
so.
nothing from me.
Falcon's gonna Falcon. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday, you
Finally.
said, right? We'll be back on Wednesday instead of
So,
Tuesday.
yes, so
Wednesday
August
works for me.
we'll be doing Wednesdays, and then September we'll have to rearrange our schedule again. So, but
Sounds
that will be figured out.
Not like we have real viewers, anyways.
Yeah, I was tempted to open it up on my phone and just write "no one's watching."
It would have shown up on screen because I have the chat.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe we would finally see something in the chat.
I could talk to you, Kyle. We were hoping that you'd show up, Nate, while you were dead.
I was hoping. Yeah, I just.
All right.
Too.
Well, I'm gonna stop streaming. So see everybody next.